As we keep moving through this, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, kind of like, what are Rise's what's Rise's philosophy, and like how do we differ from other people? So, if you could break it down into two main competencies, what do you think those are that separate Rise from everybody else?
I'd say two of the main things that we always keep at the very forefront of what we do. Well, initially, there's always a love of people, right? That is the prerequisite for being any involvement whatsoever with the Rise staff. Is you have to have a deep foundation and a love of people. Beyond that, the two things that you will hear us preach time and time again, both to the people that we work with and especially our staff, is there has to be integrity and there has to be transparency. And inside of that, integrity can mean a lot of things inside of business. And specifically to what we do, it means that we will always do what is right for the client when it is right for the client. Now, that means that it would be very easy for us to show massively quick results and give them exactly what they're asking for. But it's our job to meet them where they're at, to take them to where they need to be. And in that process, we're the experts and we should know the right way to do it, not necessarily the fastest way to do it. And so some integrity inside of coaching looks at, I will teach you the correct way to do this so that I know that it's sustainable and it will have a forever lasting impact on your life versus you're going to pay me a little bit of money for 30 or 60 days and I'm going to help you drop 20 pounds and I don't care what happens after that, right? That will never be our approach. We will always keep the highest integrity. Transparency can mean a lot of things, but inside of what we do with transparency, we always want the client to understand why it is we're doing what we're doing, right? So a lot of that comes from our educational background, but with transparency, it's never, hey, go do this thing and don't ask me questions. The reality is, I want you to ask me questions. I want you to understand the process and I want you to feel good about it so that when you're sharing your journey with the world, because you're going to want to after you see phenomenal results, you're able to speak coherently about the process and why you did what you did. And you may even be able to help somebody with little tidbits that you've learned in the future.
Awesome. Okay, and you had mentioned before that Rise has, roughly 1,000 clients and 36 coaches. What is the end game? Like, what are you trying to build?
Sure. So, one of the things that we always focus on is if your foundation, your main core foundation is a love of people, then I feel like we have a calling that we need to help as many people as we possibly can. We know that, we've been in business almost a decade. The system has proven itself countless times, right? And so if you go, we know we have something that could positively impact the world. There is no special snowflake. There is no one that we couldn't massively help and change their lives. Well, if you truly believe that, which we do, it is absolutely our obligation to help as many people as we possibly can. And so there is no end game. There is no point to which we will not try to scale because we believe so much in what we're doing that we want to help as many people as we possibly can.
Okay, so all in all, it seems like you're trying to create just like this massive community of people who help themselves, or that you're able to help. Is that correct?
That is correct. So if you look at the fitness and health industry as a whole, it impacts every person who's alive, right? And so you literally could help every single person in the world. And so that is our end goal, is to help as many people as we possibly can.